Welcome back, Goblin Chefs. It's APGAINS. Today we're going to be talking about two of the most underrated characters in Heroes of Middle-earth. I almost said Galaxy of Heroes. Man, I keep forgetting that they're different games, APGAINS. Okay, two underrated characters, two shadow characters. Oh, big, crazy. There was almost a light side character on this, and we'll do the honorable mention for the character that I almost put on this list until I saw reason. The person I almost put on this list was Pippin Took. Because he's a healer and light side, if you're free to play, you can't get Halbarad and you can't have his great heals. And this is kind of all you have. I have since changed my mind. Please don't farm Pippin. Now, that opinion was last night before we got Elrond. So if Elrond requires Road to Rivendell, back on the menu, boys. Pippin is back on the menu. But as far as underrated characters are concerned, I would say there are two. The first is Nuraz, and perfectly, I have him ready to summon. I've farmed him a little late to the Nuraz party, but I was going through reading kits, and I realized that this guy is absolutely broken, right? So all we know, we already know that Gaz is our big damage dealer, but we can only have one large character on the field at one time, which means that if we go to our supplies, you know, the whales that are using Troll Brute, and then whales swear by Troll Brute over Gaz, probably because he's harder to get. You can't use both of them at the same time, right? So you can't have massive damage output. But with Nuraz, wherever the hell he might be, where is he? He has the ability. Let's actually just go through his abilities real quick. So basic attack and gives weaken, which is damage is reduced, which is nice. You can do bonus damage against targets that are weakened, right? Grant defensive to self and 2 random allies, which just basically is a damage immunity, which is fantastic. You can give it to 3 random allies. You can cleanse. It's really nice. But here is where we go crazy. Now, this is a crazy cooldown, which makes it not fantastic. But we can summon a Troll Stonebreaker, and we can get regeneration. Regeneration is going to be nice, but the Troll Stonebreaker is just crazy. He does crazy damage. He's got an AoE, and this is an AoE meta, so if you have Gaz and the Goblin, the Troll, oh my god, did I just forget what his name is? Stonebreaker. If you have both of them AoEing, doing very massive damage, and inflicting stun. What dominates the meta in early Hero Collector games? Turn meter. Turn meter and AoEs dominate the meta. And if you can prevent people from AoEing and even taking turns, you're going to have a massive advantage. And look at that, another AoE. And these are short cooldowns, unlike Gaz, who has a slightly longer cooldown on his main attack and a smaller AoE and stuff like that. And of course, he has the Giant's Burden passive. But as far as first underrated character, this man right here is fantastic for Shadow Campaign, for Guild, for PvP even, but also, more importantly, in the challenges. I think it is this one. Yes, I think it's this one. I think he is allowed in, I think it's, Dark Relics. Okay, Dark Relics. He is an orc, I believe. I am 90% sure that he is an orc. Yes, he's an orc, so he's allowed in that challenge. And obviously, the crystals are the hardest thing in the game. It's the biggest bottleneck, not gold, not XP. It's just pure crystal output for Shadow and Luminous, and having a character that's going to help you get more and more crystals every time that event comes around is going to be absolutely fantastic. So all around great character, very slept on. I'd say he's easily the most underrated character in the entire game. Second underrated character I just want to throw on your radar is Woobetty Bambalam. Oh, Woobetty Bambalam. There used to be this thing where you could, in the beta, where you could click, in a weird place, and you could, zoom in, and it would, everything would disappear, and you could, move them around, which was fantastic for taking screenshots, but I don't think they have that feature anymore. The reason I think he's underrated is because AoEs are at a premium. I don't think he has, a guaranteed spot, but in some certain instances, his AoE is going to be fantastic. It implies slow, which is, it's minus 25% turn meter. We talk about the stun on the Troll Stonebreaker, controlling turn meter and controlling turns, and especially controlling AoEs, especially if you have an AoE, is absolutely fantastic. Now, the reason he's underrated is because he doesn't really fall into the main Shadow meta, basically. I mean, you can only The meta is 5 characters because the game is so small and resources so tight. You can only have 5 characters. So does he edge anyone out of the starting Dark Side Shadow lineup? No, but he appears in multiple events, which is nice. Multiple challenges, rather. Also, he's going to be required at one point for the Nazgul, who are going to be the arena meta. I guarantee it, because they're just so sexy, and they have to be the arena meta. So I'm actively working on farming. The reason I love him is because I'm actively working on... Oh, I don't have enough. This is so sad. Oh, this is my guild. Look how cool we are. I don't have enough crystals, so maybe I should... Oh, what is this reset? Sorry, 1 second. ADHD gains is taking over. I have 3 hours. How close am I to leveling up? All right. This is ill-advised. Very ill-advised. But I'm doing it for the video. Hashtag do it for the video. Okay. 120 rip. What am I getting? 8 gas shards. Not good enough. I think... Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know if they sell these guys. I'm sure the whales are going to be hopping all over those. But he's going to be required for the Witch King, and the Witch King is my favorite character in all of Lord of the Rings, so I will be farming his shards incessantly. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, love you. And subscribe. And I guess if you're still here for whatever reason, let me know your most underrated character in the